Hello there everybody, Sam Strains here, welcome back to the Railway. Very lovely to have your company of course, because today I'm going to be doing a good old-fashioned running session. Now quite a long time ago a chap called Benjamin Parker sent me a message asking me if I could do a running session with Coronation Class Locomotives, and I thought, yeah right, I'm never going to have enough Coronation locomotives to make a whole running session. Well, recently I've checked and I was astonished by just how many I've managed to collect. I've got about 10, and you can see here are just a few of them really, and in fact I think ever since I bought that new one the other week I think I have got 10, so obviously more than enough to have a running session with them. So I just thought I would put them all together and we'd have some fun today just getting them running. So as I often do, I'm going to be starting on the turntable here where you can see I've got some red ones, so that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the red ones. Before I forget, quick shout out to Chris from Devon. Hello Chris, thanks very much for getting in touch. So I think I'm going to begin with this triangle one, and I've forgotten the name of this one. It's 6244 King George VI. So yes, very very lovely that one, and I think that was one of the first I got actually. I think it was the second one I ever got. The other one being an old Triang blue one that someone had modified and it didn't run very well. I've still got that one actually, but that's not going to run today. Thank goodness. Okay, let's get the turntable around to her then. There we go. And I'm not sure which direction the loco is set to go in actually, so we might have to just... Oh no, that's alright. There we go. Now these things are quite long, so it is tricky to fit them on sometimes. But I think we're quite good on that. Okay, well, there's some coaches as you can see just here on the inner line, so she's going to have to do a little bit of shunting around to get to those, but hopefully that won't be a problem for her. So let's get the turntable back to the starting point. There we go, nice and easy done, and let's reverse her off there, shall we? Nice and easy. There's lots of other coaches about today that aren't hers, so I'm going to have to be careful not to couple to those by mistake. I didn't realise actually that I'd put this first lot of coaches over there on the right, slap bang on a curve. Definitely not a very clever idea that, but I don't know, I might have to couple manually if the worst comes to the worst, but that's alright, that's not too much of a big deal. Yeah, I had to be careful not to couple to those other coaches behind her. I think in order to avoid conflict, let's say, I'm going to shut these points up and I might just pull these forwards so that the coupling itself is on the straight. Yeah, and then you still get your auto coupling there. Right, well, I did actually try to fit some of the decouplings onto these coaches which have NEM pockets, but for some reason they're just too big and clunky and the bogie can't turn properly with them on, so unfortunately we're going to have to make do. But it is only 4 coaches, so I'm hoping that won't be too much of a struggle. There we go. Right, let's get the rest out then, shall we? Okay, the next one is also a red one, and it's City of Nottingham weathered. I've not had this one all that long actually, and of course Nottingham's not all that far from me, so that's a very nice one to have. Yeah, as you can probably tell though, this one looks quite a lot different to the first one, which is unusual. And basically what happened is, well, I'm going to talk about this a bit more later, but basically the streamlining was taken off. Apart from that though, they were mechanically identical in real life, although of course the Triang model is quite a bit different to this Hornby one. Anyway, I'm waffling, let's get the turntable round to her then and get her on it. There we go. Right, let me give her a try then. I don't know if this one might struggle to fit on the turntable actually. I think she might have derailed as well. Yes, she has. Quite handsomely. Right, I'm going to have to fix that then. Yeah, the thing is, because obviously they have to go up a little bit of a slope to get onto the turntable, it does sometimes throw them off. But yeah, I think she's alright there. I'm hoping she's not going to clash buffers with the other one, but I hope not. Oh, I think the tender's off as well. Yeah. Not terribly successful then, that wasn't. Right, I think we're okay now though, so let me fix the camera first. There we go. And let's get the turntable back around then. Okay, right, let's see if she comes off it a bit better than she went on. No idea what's going to happen here, really. Blimey. I think a storm has just started outside. My word. And she has derailed. So there's a storm inside as well. Right, let me fix that. Crikey, I must apologise for the noise. I might go and have a look. Never heard rain like it up here. That's unbelievable. Right, hello, if you can see me. My word, what has happened here? I think it's just the tender. Yeah. Right, I think we're okay. Right, carry on, disaster averted. Of course, if that happened in real life, it would just be a write-off, wouldn't it? Right, let's see if that's any better. Should be. Yeah, it is. Right, she's going to be going on to the middle line, and I'll stop her in a second just so that I can show you her coaches first. So I'll stop her there and shut the point. So these are the coaches she's going to be going for. They are just these sort of LMS coaches, and there's 5 of them, so a little bit of a bigger load. So let's get her over there, shall we? And the points are still set actually, so let me try and do a real nice gentle start for you. Oh yes, what a beauty. I'm going to keep this one really nice and steady for a change. Oh, don't you just think that's beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? I mean, I must think so, because I've gone and bought 10 of them. But yeah, they really are just fantastic, aren't they? I do notice that her buffers have gotten a bit of an angle to them though. You get that sometimes. I've got a green one that's a bit like that. Am I a bit OCD for fixing that? I don't know. Right, let me fix the points. And I'll bring this one forwards to meet up with the other one that we've set up. Right, forward you come then. Gives you a chance to see those coaches move. I'll park her next to the red one. The red one, they're all red. The triangle one. Here she comes, very nice and steadily, and the plan is I'm going to run them all together once they get, once they're all out. So there's the first 2 then. Wow, look at those, very different colours though, aren't they? And I think I'll leave those there then, and I'll get you the last one out. So here we go. And I thought the first 2 were lovely, but blimey, this one is an absolutely beautiful loco. So this is a bit like the first one. It's the streamlined version, as you can tell. And for years, I looked at these later streamlined ones, and I couldn't put my finger on it. But there was something about them that looked so much different from the original triangle ones. And I know what it is now. Actually, the original triangle one was a few millimetres. The model was a few millimetres too short, which in my opinion totally changed the look of the loco. But this later Hornby one is much longer. Well, not much longer, but it's the correct length of the Coronation, which of course makes it look a lot better. So later on, I think I might put them in the sidings or something. I'll put them side by side so that you can see the difference in the length. But it's amazing what a few millimetres can do, it really is. Okay, we've not got to move the turntable with this one. She's coming straight off, and she's going to be pulling in the opposite direction, because I'm not a massive fan of having everything going around the same way. I do it sometimes, but I didn't think I would do today. Okay, let's see which direction she's set in. She's not moving at all, which is a bit of a concern. No, I got my rotary switch the wrong way. Right, let's try again. Hey, going the right way as well. Now she's got tender pickups, so she shouldn't cut out. Oh, but she's derailed a little bit. Right. Oh dear. Yeah, I think every time I use the Coronations on this turntable, something comes off. I think they're just so big, and that tilt in the track is just too much for them. But it's okay, you know, I like to use the turntable, and I know you guys like to see it as well, so use it as much as I can, but maybe it was a mistake today. I don't know. She's still got to get off it yet. And keeping it steady doesn't seem to have helped, but I think she's managed to get off it okay, touch wood. Let's turn the camera for you. Lovely smooth run of this one. City of Birmingham, by the way. I don't think I said that, did I? Speed her up a touch. Keep following around with the camera if I can. Oh yes. Beautiful. Right, I'll swap this point. And these coaches are actually ex-Caledonian coaches that she's going to be running with. But they are in an LMS livery technically, so I'm going to run them. And of course today, with it being all Coronation locos, of course they're all LMS locos. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a coach shortage, so I might have to recycle some. I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, well I think it's time we get these running then. We got these running, I should say. There we go. Right, let's get the other two started as well then. Right, let's get Shorty started first then, the Triang one. Oh, she is nice, she's got a lot of charm. And also, oops, yeah, we've got the curse of the coaches again. Come back, love, come back. This happened last time I ran these coaches, I seem to recall. Let me pull them onto the straight. Oh dear. And the others have derailed as well. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is those My Model Railway Village coaches. They're not all that good, I must admit. Well, enjoy City of Birmingham, she's about to come by again. But I seem to recall when I ran the Class 58 with these coaches, they all derailed to start with, but once she got going, they were okay. So, I do apologise for the slight technical delay. Right, let's go with that again, shall we? And if it fails again, I might have to change my choice of coaches for that. Nice and quick. Alright. Well, all the coaches have gone this time, so that is a good sign. Let's get City of Nottingham started then. Oh, what a gorgeous one that is. With her LMS coaches. I believe these are Stania coaches, so that's quite right. Okay, enjoy this running session with them then. So while this lovely first lot has a run round, I thought I would tell you a little bit about the Coronations and their history. So of course the Coronations were actually Stania's final Pacifics, and they were introduced in 1937 and resembled slightly larger but much more successful versions of the earlier Princess class. 38 were built in total between 1937 and 1948. In fact, they were far superior to the Princesses, and thus about 3 times as many were built. They were often considered the ultimate British passenger locomotive, and no other Pacific ever really exceeded them in terms of performance. There were slight variations between the different examples built. Most notably, some of them had streamlining and others didn't, and after 1946 the streamlining was no longer added to newly built locomotives, and it was also gradually removed from the older ones. And I think the final few Coronations, the last 2, had some serious modifications made to them so that they could go a little bit further, I think, though I'm not sure of the details. In total 3 have been preserved and the remainder sadly were scrapped. Oh, they're such fantastic machines, aren't they? And I'm going to be showing the other liveries soon, so don't worry about that. City of Nottingham. Looks very smart weathered actually, doesn't it? And if you don't like the weathering, I suppose there's plenty out there that don't have it, so it's not something you have to have if you don't like it. Oops. I'm getting the smell of those Triang brushes though. Quite like that though. Okay, I think it's about time to stop these lovely ladies then. Whoa. She's lively. That one's very lively. There we go. Oh, and she's uncoupled as well. Look at that. Automatic uncoupling. It's almost like she knows she's done. Let's just see if she did uncouple. Oh no. Oh, I've gone couple back up now. I bet it won't do it again now. Anyway, that's the first 3. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing those. I'm going to take those off for the time being, but as I said, I will put them into the sidings later on. But for now then, let's move on, and I'm going to take these off manually, and I'll put the next 3 on. I'm going to look at some different liveries this time, so here we go. I thought I might as well compare these 2 while we're talking about it. I will still do the thing with the sidings, but that's later on, so I'll show you this now. So as you can tell, I've lined up their front buffers. Yep, so as you can see they're totally lined up, and then if we look at the back you can see they end in different places. There's a fair few millimetres extra on the later Hornby one, which if I just let go is this one. So yeah, you can see the difference in length there, can't you? And to me that makes a big difference. I don't suppose it does to some people, but yeah. Interesting. Alright, let's move on then. Okay, next up then, another shorty, another Triang one. This is the LMS Black version, and it's called Queen Mary. I don't think Triang ever made a Loco Drive one in this livery, but somehow I've managed to get one. I think somebody might have taken a later body and put it on this, but I didn't do it. And I'm very, very pleased with that actually, because it's something unusual. Anyway, she's got some of those strawberry and custard coaches, and I'm sorry I can't use the proper name for those anymore, but things are very strict at the moment with what you can say. So yeah, strawberry and cream is, or strawberry and custard is their new name for the time being. So let's get her started then, let's get her going, the lovely Queen Mary. On the middle line there's another LMS Black one, and this one is actually a Wren one, and what is special about the Wren ones is that they're completely made out of metal. So everything else you've seen today has had a plastic body and, you know, mostly metal chassis I suppose, but plastic bodies. No, these Wren ones have metal bodies, cast metal bodies, which actually means that they're really, really heavy. And when you talk in trains, weight really does mean power, providing that your motor is powerful enough, and that the Wren ones really, really are. The motors inside these Wren locos are absolutely gigantic. The biggest motor I think I've ever seen inside a loco, which means that these really, really are massively powerful. So as you can see, she's just got a relatively small rake for her of Pullman coaches, 6 of those, so she should manage those no problem. I hope she doesn't struggle. So let's give her a try then, up the hill. The lovely Stoke-on-Trent this one is, in the LMS Black. Here we go. Nice steady start. Off she goes. And there are those Pullman coaches. Okay, let me show you what's on the inner line then. Alright, so this one on the inner line is the Duchess of Rutland, and this one's in BR Green, as you can tell, and I think it's the only one I've got in BR Green, so enjoy it while you can. She's going to be pulling some BR coaches then, so as you can see, chocolate and cream, quite a few of those going underneath the bookshelf. But this is a modern Hornby one, so it hasn't got the heavy cast metal chassis, but it's still quite a good puller, so it should manage just fine. Okay, let's get her started then. Oh yes, I do like me a Wren loco, they are absolutely fantastic. So yes, that's 4 different liveries I've shown so far. You've had LMS Maroon, BR Maroon, LMS Black and BR Green so far. And I'll put a poll up later on so that you can decide which is your favourite. I'll always like doing that. Don't you just get the impression of power from that Wren one though? Crikey. Absolutely brilliant. And they're all going at good express passenger speeds today too, which is just what I like. Yeah, the Duchess of Rutland has got big metal vacuum pipes on it for some reason, so the old owner must have done that. I do remember actually, I think the old man that owned this one passed away, and his family sold it and I bought it, so I'm taking special care to look after that one. It's always sad when one of our numbers goes, isn't it? But I'll look after it. Oh, I do love that BR Green though. I think I prefer perhaps the maroon or even the blue, which we'll come to later on. But yeah, the green is just fantastic. I mean, it can't not be. When a loco looks like these do, it can't help but be fantastic, can it? Even the Triang ones look. Trying so hard to impress us. So give her lots of support in the comments, because she's an old girl. And as you can see, that's quite a good effort with those coaches, going up this slight incline. Very good. See, give her a bit of attention, that's all you need to do. Wow, that encouragement sent her off, hasn't it? Crikey, she's flying now. Alright folks, well I'm going to stop these now and move them out the way for a second, and then we'll move on to the last lot. So I'll be right back in just a second for you. We'll let the Duchess of Rutland come by one more time. There she comes. Alright folks, see you in just a second then, and I'll show you what's coming up next. Alright then, we're now moving on to the siding, so we're going to start with this one. This one is in blue, and in fact the next lot is all going to be blue. This one is Princess Alexandra. You can't see her that great because she's covered up by the coaches, which are currently spread over 2 sidings, as you can see, and this is guaranteed to go wrong because these coaches always derail when I'm trying to take them out of this siding. So yes, bad planning on my part probably, but we'll give it a try, it is worth a go. And you never know until you try. So let's get her going. Oh, I've got to open the points first. That one, well, this one needs opening as well, yeah. Okay, let's give her a little bit of juice, see how this goes. Miracles happen, just not to me. Let's see. Now that's a good start already, she's cut out. Yeah, I do need to have this track apart and fix it up actually. But there we go, that's a bit better. Alright, no, first derailment. I'm going to take it right forward and fix it, and then we'll reverse it back. Okay, I just need to change that point. Right, let's see how this goes. Shouldn't be such a tight curve here, so we might get away with it. We'll see. Right, let's try. It's coming. Right, they have coupled, I think. Come on, I'm feeling nervous. Why am I feeling nervous? That's ridiculous. Okay, we did it with one minor derailment. Okay, moving on then. This one is also in the LMS blue, as you can tell, and this is one of the tiny triangle ones as well. So yeah, this one is just known as Coronation. It doesn't have any special name, just Coronation. And yes, as you can tell, she is a very, very beautiful little loco with, yeah, little, definitely, with some Pullman coaches, which also don't like points particularly. So this should be great fun. Let's open the points anyway and see how it goes. Right, little test then. Wow, that was absolutely perfect. Okay, let's get her onto the middle line then, and then I'll show you the final loco. Here she comes then, very nice and steadily. I'm just going to open up these points for her. And see if she does this just as well. A little bit of a jump on the points there, but she's done it. No, she's not done it. Why did I have to say anything? Okay, that's better. Got the points. Okay, we'll come back to her in a second then, but there is one last engine to show you. Okay, and this one is another Wren one, as you can tell, so it's cast metal once again. And this one is in BR blue this time, rather than LMS blue, and this to me looks a lot milkier than the LMS blue, although bear in mind that it is Wren, and Wren often didn't quite get the liveries spot on, so it could have been that Wren just made a slight error with the choosing of this colour. But that being said, I think it really, really is gorgeous, and I hope you do as well. So this one is City of Glasgow, and in fact the Coronations, they often get called city classes just because so many of the engines were named after cities, and they often get called duchesses as well, once again, because loads of them were named after duchesses. But as far as I know, they all are Coronations, they just get called different things sometimes. Okay, I'm going to make sure these points are set. I think they are. And she's got some Caledonian coaches, as you can see, just 4 of those. Not strictly correct, but I thought because her blue is a little bit on the Caledonian side, I thought it would be nice to put those with her. And I've run out of other coaches, that's the honest truth. Okay, let's get this going then. Hopefully she'll come out of there okay. Normally she does, but yeah, when the camera's on, things always change. Right, let's try it, and here she goes, the City of Glasgow. And I'll get the others started too. So here goes Coronation. And let's have a running session with this lot then, shall we? Oh yes. So there you have it then. You've now seen all of the different liveries I'm going to be showing today. So I'll put up a poll so that you can answer which is your favourite. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put all of the options because I'm only allowed 5 at a time. But yeah, do let me know which is your favourite, and I'll be very interested to know. I suppose that means I've got to decide. I think the traditional LMS blue has to be my favourite. Ooh, this one's slowing down a bit up the hill. Gosh, did you see that? That probably means I need to give her a little bit more juice. That was odd. Oh my word, she went through the sidings again. Didn't realise she was set to do that. Right, she's got a bit more throttle now, so let's see how she goes. Yeah, I think that's fixed it actually. Didn't see it happen that time. Oh, there we go, much better. Yep, they were truly Stania's best work, weren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm really glad that Ben had the idea for me to do this because I thoroughly enjoyed doing it. And there's the Hornby one from the Coronation Scott train pack. And I reviewed that one ages ago, so it might be time to redo that one. So let me know in the comments if you want me to re-review the Coronation Scott train pack. I absolutely will do that, because that, once again, is a real beautiful set. Oh yes, looks very nice with these coaches actually. I need to remember that and do it more often. This one's a Hornby one, by the way. I don't think I said that, but she's very nice and steady, which is just what you want, of course. Good puller as well. Let's see what else. We've got the Wren one. Oh, look at that. Nice and quick down the hill. And Coronation, the trying one. Again, still lots of charm. Loads of charm. Blimey, I bet the passengers on that platform feel a strong breeze. Yep, they certainly do. One of them's fallen over there. I must fix him. I know some people have pointed him out, so I'll fix him today if I can. Right, I'm going to bring these beauties to a stop then, and I'm going to move every one of them into the sidings, and we'll see what they look like together, shall we? So, be right back in just a second. Alright, just another second while Alexandra goes by. Alright folks, see you in a minute then. So there you have it folks, that's all of them together, and it is actually 10 because if I just pan down you can see I've put City of London on as well. So that's the one I didn't run, but as you can tell I've put those Pullman coaches onto her so that while I say my goodbyes I could get her running. And then at least I did run all 10 of them. So there you have it then. I'll let you have one last look before I get City of London started. But that's it, that's my lot of Coronation Locos, and I absolutely love them. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing them as well. So let's get City of London started then, and I will say my goodbyes. Thank you so much for watching then everybody. I really hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, as always, please feel free to leave your support by liking or commenting or subscribing if you haven't already. That would be really, really lovely. Also, if you'd like to check out the Facebook and Twitter pages, please do. The links for those are below. And if you have any loco trouble, I do have a model maintenance service, so feel free to send anything to me to service and repair. You can just email me to samstrains@outlook.com or just look me up on eBay. Either of those is fine. But I think that's just about all I've got to say. So with the City of London going around, thanks for watching once again, and I will see you very soon. Cheers everybody.